Hey there, Mustangs, and welcome to your Celebration of Knowledge activity, also known as the RISE test. This is the fourth week, and we are focused on the RISE science test. Thank you for what you've done on the first 3 weeks of this very challenging schedule and this challenging endeavor on the RISE test. I've seen such great things. I've heard such great things from your proctor teachers. Your diligence and working out all the problems and writing on your scratch paper has been remarkable. We've seen it. We've been so impressed. We're celebrating lots of Mustangs as MVPs for this, and I know there's a lot more that should be recognized for what you're doing. Keep it up. As I did share on Mustang Media yesterday, for the first time, we're starting to get some feedback or some data back on how you're doing on these tests. Unfortunately, on the writing and language arts test, we don't have any data back yet. However, our math scores are coming back in as soon as you submit. And we can see that as of right now, we've got 24% of the students who have finished it proficient. That means they're getting a proficient or above proficient score. Incredible job. That is a new Westlake best. No students at Westlake have ever done that well in the SAGE and RISE tests on math. So job well done. As you may remember, our goal for the STEM Rising Festival is to set a new school best on at least 2 of the 3 subjects. We don't have the language arts data yet, but now with the math, we're just needing 1 more. You could do it with science this week. Also with science, like math, if you get a 3 or a 4, which is a proficient or above proficient score, you automatically will get an A on your report card for 4th quarter. Additionally, if you can beat your score from last year on this or any of the other subjects, you will get that I'll Rise Up t-shirt and a free taco from the taco truck coming up here the last weeks of school. So some great things to be working towards. To give you some information about the science test, we'll be taking this today and on Thursday. The test itself has a session 1 and a session 2 part. So for the most part, you'll be working on session 1 during today and finishing up session 1 or session 2 on Thursday. We'll make arrangements for you if it requires more time than that, so don't feel rushed. Take your time, use your scratch paper, keep yourself organized, and keep doing the great things you've been doing. I ask you to hang in there a little longer. You're almost to the finish line, and we want you to finish strong. With that, remain seated, please. Permanecero sentados, por favor. Keep your arms, legs, and head within the desk at all times. Do your best to show how smart you are, and enjoy the ride. Thank you, Mustangs.
You should have found a stick of peppermint gum at your testing station. Please enjoy this refreshing treat as long as you are actively doing the test or reviewing your questions. Please make sure you keep your wrapper close. When you are finished and have decided you're ready to submit and have double-checked everything, you will be asked to wrap your gum back up in the cellophane and throw it away in the garbage that will be brought to you.
Your M-Games personal training chart tracks your work on 4 important things: being on time, thoroughly using your scratch paper, bringing a book and reading quietly when finished, completing and double-checking your answers. At the conclusion of today's session, your proctor will stamp your card for as many of those categories as your proctor feels you earned today. For every stamp you earn, your name will be entered into the prize drawing at the end of the 4 weeks. Keep track of your card.
Also, your proctor may silently reward you with a mystery motivating ticket during today's testing session. If he or she notices you are doing any of the appropriate testing strategies, such as using your scratch paper or double checking your answers, they will remain silent as they hand you a card. Don't ask them what the ticket for is at the time. Bring it to lunch today, it'll get scanned, and you'll redeem it for a prize.
During testing, all cell phones should have been kept in your locker or in the cell phone patch in the room. If it's still on you or with you, please make sure to put it in the pouch at this time.
Please remain seated during the test. If you need assistance, raise your hand and the proctor will come to you. Keep in mind, the proctor cannot help you solve or say any of the questions on your test.
As always, use your scratch paper to figure out the answers on the test. Writing down your thinking will always help you do your best. Don't forget to use the dictionary, earbuds, calculator, and other tools given to you as well.
Stop! Make sure you do not submit your test without your proctor standing next to you. When you are finished with your test and decide you are ready to submit, please raise your hand and the proctor will help you. They also will remind you what your score on the last test for previous years was so you can beat your score for your own personal best.
Once you have finished, you will need to sit quietly and read a book. No other activities can be done at this time. You absolutely cannot disrupt other test takers in the room. For this reason, we recommend you take your time and don't rush through the test. There is nowhere else to go once you're done.